You've got over 10 years of experience, built a successful career, managed a team. But in the UK, nobody calls, no interviews, no feedbacks for your CV. Here's what UK employers aren't telling you. They don't buy experience, they buy outcomes. And today's I'm going to show you how to make yours impossible to ignore. I keep telling this. One of the biggest mistakes most of the migrants professionals are making is that they're assuming that their experience is good enough and their experience automatically speaks for themselves. It doesn't. Employees aren't hiring for experience alone. They're hiring for outcomes. Think about it in this way. If someone says, I worked in HR for 10 years, what does that actually tell us? Not much. But imagine when someone says that I reduced employee turnover by 18%, redesigned the performance management system, and improved employee engagement scores across multiple departments. That tells you a completely different story. The second statement clearly demonstrates the value. As I said before, employees don't buy experience, they buy results. And that's where many professionals undersell themselves. I've worked with many professionals who were highly successful in their home country, but unable to land a suitable role in the UK. Engineers, accountants, managers, HR professionals, IT specialists, you name it. But when they arrived in the UK, they realized that employers aren't immediately impressed by the job title alone. Why? Simply because employers don't know about it exactly, does not have any idea about what those job titles clearly meant. Employers don't know the size of your organization, the scale of your responsibilities, or the complexity of the projects that you managed, and above all, the impact you made in your work. You know what you've achieved, but not your potential employer. It is your responsibility to bridge the gap. And many candidates never do, or they don't know how to do that. That's where they get failed. That's where the disappointment comes in. Most job seekers think that employer asks simply how much experience does this person has? In reality, employers are asking something completely different. They're asking, can this person clearly solve our problems? Or can we rely on this person? Every vacancy exists because of a business need. Maybe they need a better customer service, lower staff turnover, faster project delivery, strong relationships, or simply improved sales. Employers need some sort of evidence to see that you've solved these problems during your past career, or at least you worked on something similar challenges before. That's where achievements comes into the play. That's why achievements are more important than responsibilities what you've held. Next time, instead of saying I supervised a team, try to say I led a team of 15 employees and improved productivity by 15% or whatever the percentage that you worked on. One tells a story, other proves value. Let's talk something many migrants usually hear. You need UK experience. This phrase causes a lot of frustration, but in truth is employers aren't really looking for UK experience. They're actually looking for evidence that you can operate and success in their environment. Simple as it is. Just like whether can you communicate effectively, work with stakeholders, understand expectation and adapt to the work culture. These are the key concerns behind the phrase of UK experience. And the good news is many skills are transferable. You simply need to demonstrate them. You need to demonstrate them in your CV as well as during the interview. So what should you do? Three things. First, focus on achievements. Stop listing duties. Start highlighting outcomes. Use numbers wherever possible. Think cost savings, revenue growth, efficiency improvements, team performance, customer satisfaction. Second point is translate your experience. Don't assume employer will understand your previous work's experience. Provide context. Explain. Explain the size of the company, explain the scale of the operation, and explain the scope of your role. Help employers to understand how significant is your achievement. Try to tailor everything. Your CV should not be your biography. It should be a marketing document. That's why am I the right person to this role? When employers see the relevance, interview follow. Let's compare two candidates. Candidate A, assume me, during the interview might say, I manage recruitment activities and support HR functions or HR operations in the organization. Candidate B, assume you. The smart one would say, manage end-to-end recruitment practice over 150 positions annually, reducing average time to recruit by 20% while improving candidate retention. Who gets the interview? Obviously, second candidate, you. Not because they have more experience, but because they were able to explain their duties, roles, responsibilities very well. They communicated their value better. The lesson is experience doesn't create opportunities, demonstrated value does. If you are struggling to land on that in job interview or selecting through the first phase of CV review process, don't disheartened or immediately assume your experience doesn't matter or your experience isn't valued. Instead of ask yourself, have I clearly shown employers the value I can bring? Because employers do care about experience, but only when they understand how that experience helped to solve their problems. If you found this useful, subscribe to our channel. We are sharing more practical UK career advices, HR insights, and strategies to help professionals to build their career. And in the comment, tell me what is the biggest challenge you faced during your job application process? I've read every comment and may cover your questions in our future videos. Thank you.